Hi. Hello. Hi, I'm Chatty. And today we're going to be discussing the history of automation. When we think of automation, we think of advanced technology and robots, but that's not necessarily the case. The idea of automation isn't necessarily a modern one. The theory behind utilizing automation technology has been around for centuries. Hephaestus, Workshop, and the Homer's Iliad, 762 BC. Hephaestus was a smithing god. He made all the weapons for the gods of Olympus. He was actually, he was not the pretty god. Zeus had another god with another kid, and then so Zeus's wife was like, I want to have a kid too, and he had an ugly kid. They threw him to earth. He got a limp, became a blacksmith, so he started making metal robots. You know, anyway, Hephaestus built automations they're called automatons, and these automatons were metal robots, and they were built to work for him. This included like tripods that walked to and from Mount Olympus, and he also made horseless carriages. This kind of sounds like a Tesla, huh? In the 1st century AD, the first automation was made. This first traditional of automation dates back to Egypt, the 1st century AD. The mathematicians and engineers Hieron of Alexandria created the first vending machine sketch. It's of an automation from Hieron of Alexandria. The automation donates milk and wine and has the form of a Bacchus figure. It probably comes from about the 1st century AD. This was sourced from Wikipedia. The use of steam-powered looms made textile industry in the third part of the 18th century. Fundamentally mechanized in the 20th century. This led to enormous increases in production, and at the same time, the first conflicts arose over devaluation of competencies and the displacement of people by machines. So as you can see, people have been afraid of being replaced by robots for a long time. Don't worry, I'm not going to take your job. Well, conceived from a design from a mechanical arm patent in 1954, granted in 1961 by the American inventor George Duval, the Unimate was developed as a result of the foresight and business acumen of Joseph Engelberger, the father of robotics. Look at that robot. It's crazy, huh? In 1898, Nikola Tesla held a demonstration of his first remote-controlled mobile mechanism in New York's Madison Square Garden. It was probably the first time people questioned whether robots could replace humans and threaten their livelihoods. Today, over a century of mind-blowing history of automation behind us, we still question this. Joseph Jacquard's invention of the so-called punch cards in 1801. These cards were used to tell mechanical looms what pattern to make. Using this technology, Charles Babbage began to develop the concept of the first ever programmable computer, which he later called the analytical engine. Babbage's friend, Ada Lovelace, in the meantime, created the first ever computer programmer. See, that's awesome, which you would have it run on his machine. In the 1990s, an artificial intelligence called Deep Blue defeated Garry Kasparov at chess in 1997. NASA launched its first autonomous robotic system on the surface of Mars, while at the same time, web crawlers and other AI-based data extraction programs became a crucial part of widespread internet use. In the 1990s, also marks the time in history when automation thoroughly intertwined with business process management. Look at that old computer. Is that you, Grandpa? So, what does automation mean? The term automation was coined in the automobile industry in about 1946 to describe the increased use of automatic devices and controls and mechanized production lines. The origin of the word is attributed to D.S. Harder, an engineering manager at the Ford Motor Company at the time. The time period when automation really began to take off was the Industrial Revolution. The increased demand for things such as paper and cotton used a change in the production of these items, with an immense amount of emphasis placed on the extreme efficiency and production. During the 1930s, Japan was a leader in developing components for the industrial manufacture automation. One company developed the first microswitch, protective relays, and highly accurate electrical timers. So, how can we get the most out of automation? By learning automation, you'll understand how to apply the right process automation strategy to your company's workflows, calculate ROI, and how to deploy solutions inside your organization. So, 3 things we know for sure. Whether we like it or not, the future will be automated. Automation technologies are irreplaceable for companies looking to sustain their success in 2020 and into the new decade. Learning automation will help your business grow. The fear robot takeover seems to be postponed once again. Bots and AI will take the brunt of most monotonous technical work, leaving all creative and people-oriented activities for humans. It's the digital natives who will run the game soon. Most of today's university graduates are so-called digital natives. They do not require any training when it comes to automation. Business owners should be prepared to welcome this new generation of employees. It's them who will determine and develop the automation strategies in the nearest future. So, yeah, sure, technology can be an evil alien technology designed to destroy the world, but the new generation, the digital natives, can work and play side by side with this technology. The future is bright. So I hope you enjoyed the history of automation. If you'd like, you can reach out to me at sirlancelot@chatbot.dev or give me a call. Or you can talk to my chatbot at m.me/chatbot.dev.